Hello and welcome back to Circuits and Codes. I'm Ben and I'm going to show you some Micropython basics on the ESP32. Alright, let's get to it. I have my desktop cam. Alright, there it is. I have my ESP32 plugged into these two breadboards, and I have it Micropython already installed on it. I assume you already have that too, and I already assume that you know how your breadboard works. I'm going to start building the circuits that we'll use today. You can follow along. So I'm going to take an LED, color of your choice. This one's green. I'm going to plug the positive lead into digital pin 4. Alright, the same column. Then the other column I'm going to go through a 360 ohm resistor to ground. Alright, see that? I think you can see it right there. And then also I'm going to take a jumper wire, a green jumper wire, and I'm going to take the ESP32's ground pin column and take that, and then I'm going to plug it into the ground power rail. As you can see. So, and then I'm going to take a button. I'm going to plug it in one of the leads of it is going to go to ground, and the other one is going to go to digital pin 18. Alright? That's our circuit. I already opened Thorny. Let's switch over to Thorny and get going. Alright. Let me type this code from scratch with you. Alright, type with me. From machine import pin. And also, by the way, make sure that you have your ESP32 connect with Micropython on it. Alright? Pin PWM from utime import sleep. Alright. LED is equal to pin parentheses 4 pin dot out while true LED dot on sleep for 1 second, LED dot off sleep for 1 second. Go ahead and run that script, and you should see your LED blinking once per second. Great, that was your first code, unless you have already done something using like AI or something. Alright, let's go back to Thorny and we'll change our code. So back in Thorny, I'm going to change this sleep to 2, and let's run it again. Now you should see that your light is staying on for 2 seconds, and then it's turning off for 1. That was the sleep function. You can delay any second you want, even half a second or whatever. You can take floats. Alright, let's go back to Thorny and change our code even more. This time, we'll read a button. Now we'll make button is equal to pin. Whatever pin you connected your button to. Mine is D18, so I'll put 18. Pin dot in. Pin dot pull up. Alright, now we'll change our while true loop. So it has B state, I'm creating a variable, is equal to button dot value. If B state is equal to 0, then LED dot on. Hit enter and backspace. Else colon LED dot off. And then we'll hit enter and backspace, and then hit sleep for 0.01. Alright, that's an if statement. So when I run this and change back to my camera, your light should be off. When you push the button, your light should turn on. There you go. That's how you use if statements. Let's switch back to Thonny for one more thing, which is how to fade that LED. Alright, we're going to get rid of button. And this is why we imported PWM. We're going to change this code again. For I in range 65,535. 1 sec. Colon. LED.duty underscore U16 I. And before we go on, we should change this line to LED is equal to PWM parentheses pin 4, or whatever pin your LED is connected to. But you have to make sure it's a PWM able pin. Alright. Now, sleep 0.02. Okay, enter, backspace, for I in range 65,535, comma, -1 minus equals 1, colon, LED.duty underscore U16 parentheses I. Sleep 0.02. Alright, run your script. And look, I got an error. Looks like I can't do that, so I'll change this to 0. And look at it again. Looks like I just have to go -1. And I can just change this back to minus equals 1. Or -1. Alright, let's run it again. No errors. And we should see our light fading slowly. I don't know if you can see it, it's going really slowly. Let's speed this up a little bit. Alright, come back to Thonny. And this time, make this -10. So this means it'll go 10 times faster, or actually we'll go 100. Then for this, we'll go 0, 65,535, comma, plus 100. Now run it. Come back here. You should see your light fading up faster. Then once it reaches the top, it should fade down again, and then repeat. See that? It's still going really slow, and we can speed this up again by making the delay function lower. Let's delay 0.01. This will make it go twice as fast. Run. And now you should see it. It's going a bit faster again. There you go. Those are ESP32 Micropython basics. Maybe in another video I'll cover Wi-Fi. Catch you later, guys. Bye.